Hello everyone, welcome to another Into the Void real review. This time we are reviewing I.S.S, a thriller set in space directed by Gabriella Cowperthwaite, written by Nick Shafir. I went in this pretty excited because I like space movies for the most part. It always intrigues me when I get to experience something that I know I will never get to experience in my lifetime. I also like to ruminate on how a species such as ours has been able to achieve getting out of the Earth's gravity and transcending into something so profound as space, and being able to build something so phenomenal such as the International Space Station in such a harsh and desolate environment. So needless to say, my interest was already piqued for this movie. But I.S.S. just doesn't have a spark to it. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I want to say it's the writing and maybe the direction that hurt this movie. It's rather bland, and even with all the twists and turns that happen to the characters' motivations, it just never elevates to anything special. You have astronauts aboard this space station in the near future that see a war happening down below on Earth in the form of fireballs erupting on what looks like the North American continent. The imagery is stunning in these shots, but ultimately the script doesn't seem to do much to make the movie any more interesting. The execution of the movie is rather bland, and the plot is rather bare bones and simplistic. I couldn't get myself to care about the characters, the Russian ones or the American ones. There are deaths, and enemies become allies, and friends become enemies, yet I couldn't really be bothered. I really wanted to like this movie, but it just all falls flat. It's forgettable, and you won't care much about it 5 minutes after you leave the movie theater. I wish I had more to say about it, but unfortunately I don't. The message of the movie is basically that we as a species, regardless of nationality, need to stick together. It's equivalent to a "can't we all just get along" message. Yeah, you can throw in the mental exercise of how far you would go to put your country's needs ahead of your own. Would you kill to meet those needs against your own morality? But with direction as uninspired as this, you might just send the whole space station down in a blaze of glory onto all humanity after putting 1.5 hours of your time into this mess. Mess is probably too harsh of a word. Movies are hard to make, and I never want to bash a movie too much. The good thing is that this movie clocks in at a brisk 90 minutes, which was more than I can say for most of the bloated Marvel movies out there. Sorry, Marvel, I went after you again, and that's not fair. My advice is to skip this and go watch Godzilla -1 again. I hear they have a black and white version out right now. This one gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Well, guys, that was a record for me. It's a little over 2.5 minute review. Well, that was something good for this video. Anyway, guys, as always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.